Where are you like placed right now in the
So
league?
basically, we just won our first playoffs game. So if we win the next one, we qualify for PCS, which is the main goal, which is like the Southeast Asian playoffs. Because OS is so like bad seeded, like we have a much harder road to get to MSI, right?
Yeah, okay.
So to get to MSI, we basically have to win OS and then win Taiwan with the Japanese teams as well in there. So it's like Japan, uh, Taiwan, and OS in one like playoffs in like a week.
Do you think you have a shot of winning?
Which playoffs?
Like, I guess both of them. Like, do you think you will win?
It depends how we adapt. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. We stomped them in scrims, but you can clearly see we barely won against the team we stomped 24/7 in scrims. So, like on stage, people just like everything becomes more like tight, close, you know. Whereas like think about like how people play in EUW Soloqueue, and then think about how they would actually play on stage. It's like completely different, right? Like I'm sure you play with
Yeah,
pros in Soloqueue, and they don't care. But on stage, people will not die for free. They are tight on defensively.
yeah. Like I played in like a local tournament here in Sweden, which was like not really that competitive, but I played with my friends, right? And we used to like dominate the people when we. Yeah, it's not scrims, but it's like qualifiers to like go and play locally. And when we just got there, like everyone just played so conservatively. Like
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one traded. No, like I couldn't do anything as a jungler. Like it feels like I could never gank anything. It's just like full clear over and over again.
exactly. That's why I've come up with systems or like ways around that, right? Against like I would say a strong resisting opponent, right? He's not going to give you
Hmm.
anything. Because ultimately you can play two ways against a handshake player, right? You can say I'm going to handshake better and make less mistakes because it's going to come down to who makes first mistake, which is very tiring and exhausting because you're just both AFK farming and you're just hoping like the other guy makes a mistake. Or there's a different approach of like pushing the buttons. So the downside is if you mess up, they get exactly what they want, right? The mistake.
Mm.
But the upside is you're in control of whether you win or lose. Like you know how we talked about like I talk often about how once you're master a diamond and you know how to full clear, you need to stop like full clearing unless it's the best option, right?
Yeah.
That's the same mentality. If you fuck
Mm.
up the three camp gank, even though it's a good three camp gank, the full clear guy that just doesn't know anything besides trying to play as safe as possible is gonna win. But if you can overcome all the scenarios and learn through experience, learn more, because you have to go through the painful experience, right, to get better. You will
Yeah.
10 times better than that guy once you've figured everything out where you can't make mistakes even though you're taking a risk.
Mm.
And obviously you need to
Yeah.
learn how to get through the defenses, right? So they're gonna full clear, whatever they're gonna do, how do we make them come out of the jungle? How do we make the lanes interact more? Sometimes it's on your laners too. Like sometimes your laners both are just scared to play the game, they just both handshake, right?
Hmm.
I like the pathing to the Renekton lane, you owned early. It's very suspect though, getting solo killed or 1-for-1 as Renekton this year. I think that's going to be a problem later on.
Yeah. So like, I haven't actually reviewed this game on my own because I just played it like 40 minutes ago and then I had to eat and stuff. But this, I wasn't quite sure now when I look back at it on this dragon. Like, do you think it's
I think it's good, yeah. But can you dive bot? That's the question. I don't think
yeah.
you can dive bot because um They haven't stacked a wave, and it's a normal wave. Oh wait, what the fuck? No, it's a cannon actually. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the next wave that's coming out's a cannon. You should have dived bot here.
Yeah, I guess he gets super lucky because MF kind of tilts and goes top for no reason.
No,
And
that's what I mean. You should dive bot because MF went top, right? Because Yoren's gonna be by himself bot. They're
oh,
stopping,
okay.
right? I
Mm.
don't know when you're gonna run into this again, but it's like you gotta think of this concept as like the split map concept, right? Where sometimes the bot lane will stay bot and the bot lane will like swap the top, for example, when the tower's dead, and that's when you should dive the top laner.
So you think it's like it's more worth to like give
Dive bot.
grubs for dive bot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Grubs do not
So
give
I
deny CS or
yeah.
give you a kill.
Yeah, so I just take the safe approach, like the handshake thing.
Well,
No,
if you
you
don't
think
know what you know, then that's not true. But
uh,
if you knew that you could dive and then you chose not to, or because you were too scared to, then yeah, it is.
I think it's when I start the dragon, I realize it like straight after, and then I
Nah,
just
it's
commit
too
to
late.
dragon.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
should commit to
So
dragon. So you messed up by not recognizing before you jumped over.
yeah, so right here, like my mindset is just Bard is top, Carthus is top. They're gonna do grubs. I do dragon,
Yeah,
and it's like when Pike starts to like move up into the Thrybush, like that's when I realize, fuck, I could have probably dived bot here.
yeah. That's just missed opportunity that we gotta look for next time. Because
Yeah.
this Yone should be dead, and you should get another plate as well. And MF should die solo to rank then, hopefully. He's 0-3.
Mm.
Oh, how did we get stuck in the pit here? Oh, Syndra died to Bardoon. We have exited right.
Yeah, I can just WE over the wall.
You thought it was fightable because it is 3v3. Problem is, it's not a fair 3v3 because you're still hitting the dragon while and Pike is pincered. So, like, he can't combo because you're not ready to fight. Now he can combo.
Yeah.
Now it's too late. I think the takeaway from this situation is like, if she's already walking up on you, like just in general as an idea, she's already walking up on you and you have no abilities, shouldn't be fighting unless your teammates can make time for you, your abilities, right?
Hmm.
They just just perfectly gets the walk up, right, without throwing any ability, like needing to throw any defensive abilities.
Yeah. So it's like, if I committed to this dragon, like what would I have done here instead?
No
Like
run.
obviously the best play was the dive bot, but I didn't recognize it. So like, how do I kind of somewhat salvage this situation, if that's even doable?
No, the dragon's good. You don't
You
dive
think
bot.
so?
Yeah, it's just
Hmm.
you're not playing for the exit. You needed to assess: are you exiting or are you turning as you're hitting the drag? As soon as Syndra dies, they can cross on you, right? You're only
Yeah.
at 6k. Or to me it's like 6k, but it's like 4k, right? So now you need to assess straight away: are we turning or are we like your main focus shouldn't be like, oh, he's gonna steal. Like I need help because he's gonna steal something. Main focus should be: are you turning or are you running? Because Pike doesn't need to die here. You don't need to die here. We're all good, you know.
Yeah.
Good E, but yeah, Jones got 6 advantage, which is something I feel like that's pretty hard to take into account, to be honest. But yeah, that's a main
Yeah. I
takeaway
think.
for objective starts. I think that you need to work
Yeah.
on your intention. What were you gonna say, Alvin?
I don't know, nothing. I think.
Okay, okay.
I just accidentally hit my mic. I think. And I think here is like the key moment, like where I think I just fuck up completely.
This 4v3. Oh no, you're in truce. Okay, we're good.
So it's like a 3v3, but everyone just misses everything, and then we just end up like all dying here.
Yeah. You think you can just shoot your shot first? Or nah?
I just think I didn't need it, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, I'm gonna be
Like,
honest, like, I don't know what to say. It is a good look, but you guys need to hit your abilities.
yeah, like we miss Syndra E, we miss Pike Q, we miss Pike E. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that one, there's nothing really to review. I agree, you probably don't need to ult. Alright, here we go. We recognize a bit late, we're lagging here. We should have seen the stacking wave.
yep,
We waste a bit of time. Now we see. That's fine if he sees you. As long as you threaten to dive, he should lose all the CS. Vayne, please don't do that. Okay, that was smart by Vayne. This is a weird base, I'd say. Can sustain up, no?
mm,
Run into your jungle and then cross the top. Or you can go back bot if you really want to, but nah, Vayne's gonna base, right? You can play off a fresh lane while Vayne bases. And you would be up like 2 camps right now.
yeah, yeah, true. I don't need to buy anything in base, and I just heal so much on camps, so just take the downtime to clear. Yeah,
Yeah, just think about buying as, do you need, is there something that's going to change the outcome of the fight, right? I
mm,
usually think that's like, you can have 2k, but if you can't buy a specific item, it doesn't actually change the outcome of the fight. Like, I don't even base on 2k sometimes.
is it because like the components are like so insignificant?
Useless,
To, like,
yes, compared to the
yeah,
fight. Doing an extra 100 damage, it's not the reason you want to fight. It's because your positioning, your timing, obviously execution, right? Like damage, like item damage is like the last thing once you've already got your quote unquote spike, which is Titanic Hydra, right?
mm,
The
yep.
next spike's probably going to be, I don't know how you like to build, Wits End, or I don't know what else I
I
can think
usually
of.
go Sterax
Yeah,
second.
your next spike's going to be tier 2 boots. Like, I agree, tier 2 boots is pretty strong. Uh, for like ninja tabs, or a literal Sterax. So like in my head, I don't think you need a base until you get either of the 2 items. Like sometimes
Mm,
you need to base. There's nothing else to do. That's fine. But when you literally don't need to base, you should not base. I think
yeah,
that's a good adjustment you can make, especially when you're playing a champ like Brea or Graves. When you can just sustain up no matter what, right?
mm,
Like it's like an efficiency hack that you should be abusing. Oh my god. We did not make it out of the hood.
no,
Well, this was poorly played by you and the Pike. Probably shouldn't either because it wasn't gonna hit. You just you
yeah,
thought you just why don't you get the fadeaway kill on him? Like let him bleed to death so you don't have to stand in his pile of death.
yeah, true.
Get a passive
Uh,
kill on him.
yeah,
I think it's just execution. Like obviously it's a good punish, you know. Nothing wrong with this.
mm. Yeah, like I'm a bit rusty on Briar, or like the 3D games I played today, so it's like not an excuse, but
No, that's
I
it's
I
fine.
understand. I know why like things happen as they did.
Yeah, as long as I think the other takeaways are pretty non-execution based, so that's good as well. No excuse there.
Yeah.
Legged. Take the jungle. This guy stays. Do we need to back off here? That's the real question. Can we just sit in the right bush? Pike is dead. Bard showing left side. He ran too fast here, actually. Bard showing left side and just walk in the jungle with you. Could have just beat that guy up and left after.
Yeah, that's true.
But what were you seeing in this situation? They were respawning, to be fair.
Like, I think it's just like I stole like 2 camps. They know they know where I am. It's just like I didn't wanna overforce anything. When like Pike is in base, Vayne just came back to lane, and Renekton can't pressure anymore because he also needs a base.
Yeah,
It's
I
just like
think
it didn't
that's
it didn't
important.
seem like it didn't see like high percentage to me, but
Yeah, that's an important mindset shift we need to change.
okay.
Um, we need to know that whether we can or can't do something. Can't think about okay, because like I agree that killing this Karthus doesn't really achieve, say, anything on the map per se. But if you can kill him for free, he's worth 2 camps, and he's right in front of you.
Yeah, but I
So
also think maybe hmm, isn't it also like a little bit sketchy because everyone is missing and
that's why you
2 of
need
them
to
just
know. That's why you need to calculate.
yeah.
You need to know. MF just respawned. Hui just respawned. I don't think MF contributes anything to this situation. As soon as you kill him, MF's not going to chase you down. Hui can chase you down, but Hui just respawned now. He's probably at the hex gates now. You and Syndra are collapsing on this guy.
Hmm.
This guy is just one shot, and Hui can't chase you down. You have no threats.
Yep.
But
Yeah, that's true.
what I'm trying to get out of you from the situation is I need that's something to work on. That mindset shift. You're already good enough to play high percentage. Now you need to know whether you can or can't do something, and if you don't know, you need to discover. Right? These are the painful
Mm.
experiences you need to go through to max like to get the most out of your character or out of the game.
Yeah.
I just love the F1 analogy. Like you make a mistake because you're pushing the limits of your car, and then you fail. But if you learn from that experience and keep pushing the limits, you're the best driver on the track, right? It's
Hmm.
like it's the same situation here. If you play it safe, you'll just be the average driver that doesn't crash, but you'll never win. You know,
Yeah.
like you'll just get okay results, right? Which sometimes can be good, like, but in an overall like over 100 games, you just want to be learning more, right? That's the whole point, progression. Like, what's going to give you the most progress, right? Get you the best results.
Mhm.
What the hell's going on? Let's see. Oh,
And this was really stupid.
were you down bad about the sky crab or what? You were really mad at it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember honestly. That was just like a really int.
Like, you can see the environment you're playing in, right? People don't care about dying much. Um, which has its pros and cons. But I just want you to notice the environment you're in. It's whoever can, because you're trading a lot of gold, so it's whoever can execute better and push their limits, right? You guys both get to play the game. It's not like either side's getting suffocated, right? Both sides are
Yeah.
trading gold, so both sides are capable of one-shotting each other, right? So this is what I mean about like this is where the experience kicks in and like your ability to know what you can and can't do at a deeper level. The more you're willing to take the risk of knowing what you can and can't do, better understanding you get of your like self in these situations, the more you're gonna be able to genuinely be comfortable in these chaotic games, right?
Mm. Yeah, because I had a review with Nathan yesterday,
Yeah.
and I kind of like realized how, to be honest, like the only champ I can play is Rek'Sai. It feels like I like picked up like tried to pick up a lot of champions. Like I used to play a bit of Graves, Belveth, and like Briar as well. And I guess it's like kind of starts to make a lot of sense now because all those champions I never like really push the limits, right? Rek'Sai I have so many games and like I've played it for so long and I've like done like the hard things,
Yeah.
like the limit testing. But like on these other champs like Briar and Belveth and Graves and stuff, it's just like I haven't done it. So it feels like the only champion I can play is Rek'Sai.
Yeah, at your current
It's
level.
like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So is it like is the problem just that I'm like too much of a pussy, to be honest? Like
Yes.
I don't.
Progress is
Yeah.
not linear. You need to be willing to go take a dip to go up, right? Progress
Mm.
isn't like a linear graph. Like yeah, like I just said, right? Hey, I just repeated myself, but yes,
Yeah, because like it feels like I can play the champions, but the win rate says otherwise. You know.
that's fine. You just need a deeper understanding. I played Brand before anyone played Brand, and I had like a 15% win rate. But as soon as I started to pick up like what like I was first before anyone. Like, and
Hmm.
I generally am first before anyone. Like, not even just on a ego flexing thing, just factual. I played Wukong before anyone thought it was broken. I played Rel before anyone thought it was broken. I'm playing Talia now before anyone thinks it's broken. Right? So
Yeah.
it's like you're like I take the loss of being like 10% win rate, right? But I gain
Mm.
the LP 10 times, well, not 10 times back, but 2 times back if I just want to keep spamming the same champ because I'm ahead of everyone, right? I'm ahead of the curve. They might be able to copy me, but I'm already thinking about how to optimize the champ to the next level, while they're only thinking about how to full crit on the champ, right?
Yeah.
Like that's obviously an extreme example, but just like knowing that you aren't going to be able to perform like at that champ the best to your ability or the best of the champion's capability, sorry, yet is something you're going to have to like accept, and then know that the reward at the end of the tunnel is like worth the, I guess, all the frustration that comes with failing, right?
Hmm.
But you can also go the other route, right? And play Rek'Sai, but learn other things about the game. Like, it's not all about just your champion itself, right? There's so much more to the game than just you playing your champ.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'm
Yeah.
not saying tying this to champ. I'm tying this to a mindset, an approach to the game.
Mm. I see.
Like it could be pathing, stop full clearing, do something, try to find ways to gain an advantage besides out farming the other guy. But
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it there unless you have any other questions. That's
Yeah. Don't think so. But Just about like champion pushing the limits. Do you think it's like, is it better to, like, of course, gotta like limit test and like in some games, but do you think it's gonna speed up the process a lot if I watch actually like really good players on the Canada champions? Or
Yes, yes. That's what I do with like new champs, 100%. Even watch montages can be good sometimes. Like not even kidding, right? Because montages usually
mm,
they're trying to push the like. That's the whole point of a montage. They're flexing their ability to like abuse the champ to the fullest, right?
yeah,
Like for example, I learned how to play Kindred off montages because I realized you need to abuse the walls, right? You need to be jumping back and forth from the walls, and he just kept doing the same thing over and over again in a 4 minute like montage, and
yeah.
it's cool, like, and yeah, it is montage worthy. And you can just apply the concept even if you don't get a quadra kill, right? It's the same thing.
Mm. Yeah, because I've like tried to find like high elo like Briar players and stuff, but it's just like
They're
yeah,
probably
it feels like hard to find like people that actually kind of play the champion, and people are just picking it one game because it was good that game, you know.
yeah, no, that's for sure. You don't have to rely on that source. Like I'm just saying, it's a tool, but first and foremost is experience. That's probably going to be your biggest tool, like first person experience.
Yep.
And just think about it, right? Like I don't know, it's easy to just queue up without intention. So the hard part is queuing up with intention of like uh, intention of action, what you're trying
Mm.
to achieve. If I just told you to queue up and play League, you'll probably do what you autopilot habit to do, which not not best for learning, but it might be best for your comfort, right? You're just chilling.
Yeah.
But I tell you, but for like true like performance and progression, it should be quite difficult, like in terms of like mentally.
Mm. Yep. Yeah.
I always think about the example of like someone that full clears and then has to start going outside of full clearing if he wants more results, right? Like I don't know, Leon for example, like when he plays Graves, and like the like he'll always struggle if he like if his crutch is just a full. He doesn't make weakness his strength. He just sees it as like a backup option rather than they're both very viable options. You know that
Mm.
was emotional damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
I have high empathy levels, so I felt that more than you.
Mm. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But would you recommend like pushing Briar, or like going kind of down the Rek'Sai and try different pathings and stuff like that? Like, do you
I
think?
think it's a paradox. So I can't recommend what you should or shouldn't play. I think the more you enjoy learning, the more you enjoy playing the game. I think you enjoy playing the game. Like you played the game long enough that you don't get dopamine from getting a kill, right? Or maybe you do, but
Yeah.
I don't. Right? Like not like when you started League, like, oh, I'm fed, I'm 3-0, right? It's like, nah, I'm
Mm.
3-0, how do I use my lead? That's all I think now. Like I only get dopamine if like I like play extremely well or like I progressed, like I improved at something, right? Um and that's where I'm gonna say exactly what I just said before. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what to pick. I can tell you
Yeah,
that you should play what makes you gonna make you enjoy the game more, which means you should play champs that you want to, or like you enjoy or you want to improve at. So it could just be Rek'Sai, right? And then you just only play Rek'Sai. That's fine, but it should not be about comfort. It should be about like want to learn a champ and like enjoy the design of the champ, right? What the champ can do. And that's that. You want to push the limits of
mm,
that champ.
yeah. It just feels like Rek'Sai is it's just living proof of like one champ that I just enjoy playing a lot of.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I've played it
completely
for
fine.
so many seasons and I'm still not getting like bored. The only times I get kind of like burnt out is when I've played it for like 40 games straight and it's not going particularly like well.
But that sounds really boring if you're not like working on anything else besides just picking the champ, you know. Yeah, that would suck
Yeah.
pretty much. But like if you're working on other things that aren't really champ related, like map movement and stuff, like it's you almost like forget that you're just playing the same champ because you're so good at playing the champ already that you can focus on other
Mm,
things, right? It's like what Nathan talks about, like the term mental stack, right?
yeah. But yeah, like the mental stack, like when I play Rek'Sai is just next level to like any other champion. So it's like so much easier for me to just find
Yeah,
the
you
stacking waves that I missed like
exactly.
this game.
You make that choice, right? If exactly you feel that way, that's literally perfectly fine. If you feel the other way, it's also fine. Just might have to take a dip in like some losses, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to take a dip in losses, like just by the nature of you not like I'm trying to push you to not like handshake, right? So you are still gonna take some rough experiences. Just like the dive, if you miss execute that dive, it could go really poorly, right? The dive I told you to dive on that you missed.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm still it's still the same mindset where I'm trying to push you.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, we don't have to look at anything else.
All good.
The only thing I have a question left is I already got a review today, which I didn't really plan to, but
Yeah,
there's also yeah, like the review you designed for me that is
yeah.
in like a couple of hours. Um, like I would love to like come again, but if you if you have anything else to do, it's fine
I
for me
think
to like
this
skip as well.
I was gonna say this week. I was gonna ask if we could skip. Sorry, not. Okay, basically, I'll keep you updated, but yeah, I would like to skip this week. Not this week, but today. And if I win on so I'm gonna play on Thursday, right? If I lose on Thursday, I have to play the next day. So like before
Oh
I
yeah,
get into the schedule, I would like to skip the next session and then skip the Thursday session if I lose because I'll have to play another best of five on the same day. So
yeah,
I'll keep you updated. But if I win, we can do the Thursday session, no problem, because
yeah.
it's full vacation mode after that until I go to Taiwan.
Sounds good.